Hello and welcome to something I'm sure none of you expected, but I've been saying I wanted to do for a long time. Welcome to Dark Souls 3. This is one of, not my favorite, it is one of my favorite Souls games ever. Mainly because it was my first one, but it's also just genuinely one of the more well-made ones. Dark Souls 1's pretty good, but it's kind of old and kind of meh. Demon Souls, sorry, is incredibly fucking easy and incredibly fucking boring, in my opinion. And I only played the remake, or the remaster. It's a remake, actually. And then Dark Souls 2, I just don't like. Bloodborne, however, is my favorite, followed by Elden Ring very closely, and then Dark Souls 3 just comes after that. And then we don't talk about Sekiro because I've never finished it. Maybe I'll finish it one day on the channel if you guys are interested in that. But as you can see, I have played this quite a bit. We got a total of 65 hours on these two. And we are starting a new game because I want to start fresh and play it all the way through, including the DLCs, because I fucking love this game and I'm actually kind of good at it.
It is called Lothric.
Like, I have taken on Dancer early and killed her. I also know some of the lore, but not all of it, so I'll try to fill in as much as I can. I also keep talking over this bitch by accident.
Pilgrims discover the truth of the old words.
Lothric.
The fire fades, and the lords go without.
And so these guys are pygmies, I believe, and they venture towards the flame. But because it's fading, they die, because they essentially lose their northern star, because that's what the flame of the first of the flame of the first, whatever the fuck it's called, I can't remember.
The bell tolls.
The first flame, when it begins to weaken, the pygmies lose their way and, you know, die, and then because of that the cycle is restarted and all the undead come back to life for the relinking of the fire.
Saint of the deep.
I'll try to keep lore relevant for when it shows up in game and not just when it shows up in like cutscene or whatever, or in passing.
Baron's undead legion.
Yeah, like I'm not gonna spout the Abyss Watchers lore right now because we're not at the Abyss Watchers. They are one of my favorite bosses though. I love any of the bosses in these games that are just humans. They're always the toughest, but most fun. Well, except for Yorn. He's human, kind of, but he's very easy. The music in this game has always been fantastic. I love that he screams so loud, he literally creates a gust of wind. Also, you notice the little helmet right here? It's the Katarina helm.
The lords will abandon their thrones.
I still don't know any lore about the Firekeepers or what that mask is.
And the unkindled will rise.
If I recall correctly though, I believe it's just essentially a link to the Abyss?
Nameless, accursed undead, unfit even to be cinder.
Yeah, unkindled ones.
And so it is.
And that's the soul of Cinder. The character from the first game.
Seeketh embers.
I believe they're wearing Oz, like a melted version of Oswald's armor. I think that's his name from the first game. Okay, time to create a character. So I'm going to speedrun through this, and I will be back eventually. And we shall name this fine, mighty deprived warrior, Boot, that's bot, Boot Snoodle. There we go, it is the adventure of Boot Snoodle. Let's go. Yes. I like starting as a deprived because it gives me the most, what's the word? Creativity in build choice. Personally, I prefer Dex, because I like dodging and I like dex weapons, but I will probably spec a little bit into strength for some weapons that we get later on, like the greatsword, because I love using the greatsword, especially the Fuss, the Fumocha greatsword. We'll get that eventually. I'm gonna try and do as many of the side quests as I can, but no guarantees. So yeah, we are an Ashen one. Basically, an undead person who seeks to rekindle the flame. Like, that is literally our goal. We are meant to rekindle the flame. That's why we exist. We are literally brought back to life to rekindle the first flame. That's our entire point of existence. I'm kind of tempted to take out the crystal lizard that's here because it's funny. Okay, I need to remember the controls because this is different from Elden Ring. So the reason it's different is because in Elden Ring you have the jump button. In this, you don't have a jump button. I mean, you kind of do, but it requires you sprinting and then jumping like that. It's not great. It's pretty shit, actually. Oh yeah, this is the... so this is, I believe, a reference to Oswald, who in the first game gets you out of your prison, your cell, and then sets you on your adventure, and then dies. I probably won't play the first Dark Souls because I don't really care. I'm not that interested. But this one, however, is my favorite. It's also got my favorite bosses. I'm being reckless because there's a bonfire right ahead. Right around the corner. Look at this. Look how beautiful and grey it is. That right there is our goal, currently. But first we must rest. Oh my god. I got hit so hard it started to float in midair. I'm pretty sure that's not how bolt or physics works. I'm gonna give this crystal lizard one try if I fuck. Oh wait, I forgot to rest at the bonfire. Whoops. I'm gonna give this crystal lizard back here one try. If I fuck it up, we'll just move on to the boss. I'm gonna speak very cavalierly about things that are coming up, like bosses, because, I mean, if you're watching this and you haven't experienced it and you don't want spoilers, too fucking bad. It's been almost 10 years. You've had 10 years to play Dark Souls, and if you're watching a playthrough of it, you either don't care or you shouldn't be, you really should not be concerned about spoilers for a game that's 10 years old. Alright, let's see if my, this will be the real test of my ability doing the Crystal Lizard as a Deprived first try. Because this thing is not easy, especially low level. Because the intention is you run into this thing, and it basically is it's designed to just tell you to fuck off and come back later. Nope, I fucked it up. Oh wait, I gotta go back to get my souls anyway. Whoops. I didn't think about that one. Probably should have used my weapon ability, but... Shut up. Hello, motherfucker. So yeah, he always gets fucked up in his own starting spot because there's like a little lip right where he stands. So he kind of gets stuck on that before he starts rolling and he can't actually roll towards you. Now he can. Because he doesn't have that lip to worry about. The great thing about doing this as a Deprived is the club has good bonk damage, and it really fucks him up, especially when you hit his head. And you can get a visceral in. Oh, it's gonna hurt. Oh, I didn't. Ah, I got greedy. Oh, no, I did it! Hell yeah. Traded. Perfect. Love it. See, I told you I was good at this game. Drakeblood. Oh yeah, the Drakeblood gauntlets are so good. So the only downside of me getting killed as the only downside of me killing the Crystal Lizard is that instead of getting the like the souls for killing it. I just got the item and I didn't get the souls, which is fine. We don't really need them at the moment. We will eventually. Let me tell you, starting as Deprived is not easy. You have literally no armor, but that's what makes finding your first bit of armor feel fucking great. That's why starting as a knight is stupid. Oh, hello. Forgot you were there. So when you start as a knight, you've already got a pretty decent set of gear, and you don't really need to worry about it. But if you start as a Deprived, you have nothing. You're literally in your underpants. But then when you find your first bit of armor, it's like, oh, finally, pants! And it feels a lot better. You get a greater sense of satisfaction because you made it X distance through the game, and you didn't need the armor at all. And then you start to realize, oh, how much armor do I actually need? Could I trade off more armor and more defense for just being able to move better? Maybe I could pick up a better weapon then. It really allows you to, as I said, it gives you more build diversity. It's why I prefer playing as a Deprived to start with. I do the same thing in Elden Ring. I start as a Wretch, which is even easier because you find Carlite at the start. It makes everything so much easier. But we'll get to that when we play Elden Ring over on Twitch. I do plan to play it eventually. When, however, I have no idea. We've got a lot of big games lined up for Twitch. So keep an eye out for that. Okay, now we're well rested. I'm just gonna run past these bastards. You gotta be careful in that spot because you can actually take a bit of fall damage. I'm trying not to take any fall damage because these guys suck. Humiliate him by walking right by him. But I need a firebomb. So the smart choice to make with your burial gift at the start of the game is to pick the black firebomb for this boss in particular. Then we rage and start wailing. See? It takes away his health. Wait, does my shield have parry? No, it's got shield bash. Because you can, if you have a shield that has, if you have a weapon that has parry, you can parry Gundyr. Also, it is Udex, not Ludex. Because they capitalize the first letter of each name. Thus it's Udex, not Ludex, which a lot of people mistake. Come on, go phase 2 already. There it is. This is why you need black, for the firebombs. Because he takes extra damage and stagger from firebombs. Yep, I saw that coming. That hoided. Oh, I thought I could make it. Die. Come on. I gotta first try the tutorial boss. It'd be embarrassing to die to the tutorial boss. Yeah! Ain't no thing! Get out of here. See, I said I'm good at this game, I say with almost dead and 0 Estus. Ugh. Nah, that's fine. At least I did a first try. I remember when I first got this game on my Xbox, I struggled. Like, I could not beat Udex to save my life. It was a... he really let me have it. It was fun though. I love fighting Udex. Especially as a Wretch, it gives it a little bit more, like, tension. Call me crazy all you like. I like playing as a Wretch. Deprived, fuck. Wretch is Elden Ring. Ow. Why does the club have to have such a long, heavy wind-up? So a lot of heavy attacks have a pretty standard wind-up for their class, their weapon type. Like, swords just have this, like, slash, but with the club, you have this, like, jump. It makes your heavy attacks take even longer to get off. Also, Broken Sword, literally the weakest weapon in the game. Actually, no, I think the torch is, except it does fire damage, so it's actually stronger than some enemies. The only reason the Broken Sword is weakest is because it has no type, so it's not good against anything. Stat facts with your boy Des. I believe there's a shield right there. It's right here. And then there's this guy. Sword Master, whatever the fuck your name is. Come on, boy. Oh, wait, I got some fucks to do with. Fuck off. I'm dueling my master. Ah, shit. You can't get him to fall off the edge, and that's what I was trying to do, but I fucked it up. Yeah, if you get him right on the edge, especially if he does a sheath attack, a weapon on, he will go right over the edge, and then you can grab his stuff when you reset the area. One of the classic soul strats. It also is great because I'm pretty sure it's like 3 levels, and then I think it's like 14 dex you need for the Uchigatana, which is what he uses. So it's a really, really good starting weapon for a Deprived. Because with the Deprived, every stat is a 10, but with other classes you'll get like one that has 7, one that has 4, one that has 12, and one that has 16, something like that. That's why Deprived is such a universally beloved class. The starting thing. It also starts you at level 0, so you don't have to worry about like level cost. Hey, there we go. That was tickling the back of my nose. Bastard. Come on, boy. I think this is the best spot to do it. Oh, shit. I fucked it up. I know there's a way you can get him towards the edge and then just smack him to knock him off. Fuck. Stop using your fucking weapon on it, man. Come over here. Get off the edge. Get off the edge. Yeah, there you go. Attaboy. See? Easy. And then when I really set the area, oh, he gave me 3,000 to, oh no, yeah, it'd be 15, no, never mind. But yeah, now that when I reset the area, granted I lost my amber, meaning I lost some health, but now when I reset the area, I can come back to that spot and get his sick fucking gear. That being his sword. I only really care about his sword. Sure, it's a katana, call me a weevil you like, but it's a good weapon. Man, I miss the rolling attacks from Elden Ring. Those are fun. And the dash attacks from Bloodborne. I really want to play Bloodborne on the channel, but I don't have a capture card, so I kind of can't. Actually, let's do this first. By the way, literally the only time you ever put a coiled sword into a bonfire in this entire game. Why, I have no idea. There we go. Now, he should have his gear dropped by the thing. What's that up there I see? I see some items dropped for me! See? Uchigatana and Master's Attire. Perfect. Exactly what I wanted. Granted, the armor is, I mean, it's shit. Ah, it's 11 and 16. I need 7 levels to be able to use it. But basically, I'm gonna spend the souls I have, all 5,000 of them, to level up to be able to use the Uchigatana. Because as I said, it is the best starting weapon in the game. By technicality. I need you. Madame, please give me thy levels. I was gonna say souls, I don't need souls. Yeah, see, everything starts at 10, and I can just do strength and a bunch of dex, and now I can use it. Bam.
Farewell, Ashen One.
Yes, may the flames guide thee. Shut up. You see? Perfect. And it also has a C scaling in dex, meaning the more dex I get, the stronger it becomes. I don't really care what these guys have to say. No, I don't really sell. I don't want to sell any of those. Not at the moment. Kind of need them. Brother, you be careful. And I want to allot my Estus. Because I don't ever use spells. That's a lie. There are some spells later on, like Karthus Flame Arc, that I do use. Very, very handy spells. Can I buy armor? I can buy a headpiece, but I don't really need it. Chain leggings. Probably better than a loincloth, let's be real. But I'm not gonna waste it because I can probably find better armor over at Lothric Castle. High Wall of Lothric, sorry. My plan is to get to Vort by the end of this episode. Because this one's probably gonna be a bit longer than normal. Because, I mean, it's the first episode, we gotta have a little bit longer. Well, this game is as long as shit, so I should probably speed things up a bit by actually not wasting everybody's time and taking my fucking time. See, normally I take my time with these games and just sort of like find everything as I play, especially this one. But because this is a series, I'm gonna speed things up a little bit. Oh my god, I just realized how this works. You need better coverings, girl. I don't know why I always make my characters female, just roll with it. Yeah, so there is a pulse of man over there. I don't remember what he gives you though. And I don't have any fire bombs, so whatever. Oh yeah, great thing about katanas as well. I fucked it up. Oh, I fucked it up again. Come here, boy. You can parry with them. I don't even need a shield or a ceaster, so I can just parry with a fucking sword. For some reason. Hey, fire bombs. I still don't know what raw gems do. I really do need to look up the gem types and what they do. Because I've never been quite sure what raw gems do. Alright, try it again. I fucked it up. God damn. I've never been great at parrying in this game, I should be real. There we go. I've always tried to get better at it, and it doesn't help that the katana has the worst parry window of every weapon in the game. I'm pretty sure. But like the parrying dagger and the ceaseless and the buckler have the best parry windows. Because, fun fact, in this game, different weapon types that have parry as an ability have different parry windows, meaning they have different lengths of time that you have for the parry to pop. So every attack that an enemy throws has like, well not every attack, but every parryable attack has a little bit of a window that you have to hit the parry in for it to work. Some weapons have, some weapons have greater parry windows than others. Sorry, bigger parry windows than others. Katanas have one of the smallest. Souls collected. Also, I play this game like a mass murdering psychopath. I kill everything that can be killed. Well, that isn't also friendly. Because you can kill friendlies in this game. Remember when I first played this, I killed the Firekeeper and Andre. Ah, fuck, I did it again. Forgot about that bastard up there, I need to kill him first. But I killed Andre and the Firekeeper first, and then I was locked out of pretty much all progression for the rest of the game. Let me tell you, that sucked. I don't even care, I'm killing this firebomb dude first. And this guy. Because he is that guy's accomplice. Oh, that was real close. Get the fuck out of here, dudes. The reason I come up here is the binoculars, because they are very handy. Well, they can be very handy, especially if you want to record some scenic views. You gotta equip the binocs, like so, and then you can turn off the HUD, and then blah blah blah. You get a good shot. I've used them exactly once for a joke video I made for school. So was that at school? I don't remember. Ah, shit. Made it for something, I don't fucking remember. Little secret about this area. There's a little spot you can drop off right here to get this item. Also, I know I said I was good at this game, but honestly, most of my deaths in Souls games come to just regular fucking enemies. I can't even tell you why. Actually, I can probably tell you exactly why. One, because I keep keeping my eyes off the screen. I keep taking my eyes off the screen to look into the camera. And also, I think it's because there's more numbers, so they gang up on me a bit more. Now here's the tricky bit. I don't have a lot of stamina. And I have to make a run through the gauntlet in a second. Can you just fuck off? Thank you. Appreciate it. Because I can't step too much further now. Up here, I'm gonna wait, is a dragon. Technically it's a wyvern, but whatever. I remember the person that introduced me to the Souls series, specifically Dark Souls 3, was constantly doing corrections of, that's not a dragon, that's a wyvern because it has 2 legs. God, that got fucking annoying. And then technically every dragon in this game is actually just a wyvern. Because, as he was correct, a dragon has 4 legs, a wyvern has 2. Though typically wyverns have an extra set of hand-like appendages on their wings to act as a second lot of legs. And then here is a mimic. I'm not sure what the strongest attack is. I'm just gonna do this. Yep, that's a mimic. I don't fuck with this guy. I just leave. So what you can do is you can just fuck off and he will revert back to default settings. Basically, he just goes back to sleep in his box. Oh yeah, I should, for all of you, Dark Souls 3 noobs. I don't know, why the fuck did I say noobs? It's such an outdated fucking term. Ah, he's still awake. Is he? Oh yeah, he's still awake. Yeah, you can just fuck off for a while and he will go back into his box. But I haven't fucked off far enough. I'm gonna be careful though, there's a Lothric Knight nearby. Oh, he's gone. He's already made his rounds. Hello, sir! Die for me. Thank you. Ooh. Throwing knives, nice. Oh, no, there he is. I love Lothric Knights because they drop great shit and they're easy to parry. You can't parry a shield though. And they have really good gear you can get from them. See? Easy to parry. I say as I missed the first parry. Okay, they're much easier to parry when you actually have a good parry weapon and not a fucking katana. Yeah, you can kill them really easily and you get some pretty sick shit from them. When they actually, there we go. Like the Lothric Knight Sword, one of my favorite weapons in the entire game, except I need 2 more levels in dexterity. Genuinely, I use the Lothric Knight Sword through the entirety of the fucking game. Anyway, the way you can tell a mimic from a regular chest is the chain. If the chain points towards you, it's no-no. If it points away, essentially, if it curls backwards, it's okay. If it curls forwards, it's a mimic. And as this one is curling forwards, only 68 damage. That fucking sucks. I think just a standard heavy attack is the way to go. Time to fuck all the way off. I'm just gonna kill this guy and I'll be back. I dare you not go back to sleep. I'll just kill you the old-fashioned way then. With fucking skill. He will literally one-shot me if I get hit. But he drops a pretty good weapon, especially early game. That grab attack is so scary. Because you cannot escape that grab attack, and no matter how much health you have, it always one-shots you. Oh shit! Oh, iframe. I got every drop of iframe out of that. Get the fuck out of here. Because I love that their death sound kind of sounds like a chest opening and closing. It's very smart. But yeah, he drops the Deep Battle Axe. It's just a battle axe with a deep gem, but the deep gem can be really, really useful. And as we are at this bonfire that we are about to turn up the stairs to, we are very close to the next boss, Vort of the Boreal Valley, who has the funny Dark Souls music that I'm sure everyone is aware of. You'll know it when we hear it. Boopity boop. Now that we have acquired some drip, we can progress onward with my favorite weapon. The reason it's my favorite weapon, the Lothric Knight Sword, is because it just deals a great amount of damage, has incredible fucking scaling, and is an R1 spam beast. So basically what I mean by that is you can just spam light attack on pretty much anything and it will die. It is genuinely one of the greatest, was it just broadsword? What was it classified as? Straight sword. It is one of the greatest straight swords in the entire game, genuinely. I have used this thing through the entire game, and it remains consistently amazing. Get the fuck out of here. As I said, I've played this game a lot. I know all the things. Like, there is a passive man right here. This guy right here is standing up, and you can kill him early so that he doesn't activate, but if you let him go and just kill him with fire, literally, he gets you some pretty good stuff. Well, kind of okay stuff. So, passive man is weak to fire of any kind. That's why fire bombs are so useful. As you can see, it makes him freak the fuck out. Ooh, stay away from me. Stay away. Stay away. Thank you. For staying away. Yeah, you get a titanite shard, titanite, whatever. And an ember. Embers are great, they're useful for, like, second phase, like, a second phase for the player, but they also let you summon in friendlies. Considering I have no friends, we won't be doing that. I mean, there are NPCs that I could summon, like the Swordmaster who I killed, and another dude who is... I think he should be available. Yeah, I don't see any reason why he shouldn't be. But I'm considering... You know, I'm going to summon him in. I've always been an advocate for playing your own lane Souls games, so I'm going to summon him in. Because I like summons. Yeah, fucking sue me. I'm a Souls vet who likes summons. Hello. Oh shit, we're out of stamina. Yeah. So when it comes to a dex build like I'm doing, you really need to go for stamina and dex. Those are your two to max out. But because this is Dark Souls 3 and you have the endurance to also worry about, you have to do both stamina and endurance. No. What is it? What's the stamina? I have to look at it. What is it? Endurance and vitality are the two you need to worry about. So you want endurance, vitality, and dexterity. Are the ones that they're your three main stats. Endurance is your stamina, vitality is your carry capacity, and then dex is your weapon stuff. Ah, shit. I need this. Fun fact, you can also parry the spear. This guy's spear, but it's a fucking pain to do so. So I wouldn't worry about it. I just prefer to get around him and then stab him in the back. That's a bit difficult when he doesn't stop fucking moving. Come here. There we go, thank you. Because when you stab in the back, he goes down, leaving him plenty of time to get stabbed again. Drop some armor. You didn't drop any armor, you bitch. Nope, not that way. You might be wondering, what the fuck am I doing? Where am I going? There is a very important item around this area that I need. It is an Estus shard. Oh, the broadsword. Broadsword souls are pretty good, but it's not as good as the Lothric sword. Where is it? I say as it has better base damage, but it has a strength scaling of C and a dex scaling of D, and meanwhile it's reversed for the Lothric Knight sword. Meaning it works better for my build, while the broadsword's better for a strength build. I didn't explain scaling. So the way scaling works is down... My headphones were just warning me that they are dying. If you look down at the bottom where it says attribute bonus, basically when you level up the attribute with a C, it means it gives you more damage than you would for leveling up the attribute with the D. So either way, both attributes will give me a bonus in that particular... bonus in damage, but one gives you better scaling than the other. You can do both for a little bit of extra scaling, but if you're doing a dedicated build, it's better to just go for one. And a Sword Straight Sword, ironically, is a sword meant for a faith build. So if you're going for like casting miracles, you pick up the Historic Greatsword and you can cast some pretty sick shit with that. The Estus shard was what I was after. Ow! Oh, that killed me. Okay. Okay, thank you. Get fucked. That saves so much time killing those guys early, especially that fucking dog. That dog is a nightmare because... So, I have a big pet peeve with two types of enemies in Souls games. Rats and dogs. Because for some reason, they can break through even hyper armor. So when you're wearing the heaviest armor to give yourself the most amount of poise in a Souls game, dogs and rats can cut right through that for some reason. But they can also attack incredibly quickly, and they don't get staggered much. Like, if you have a big sword, they'll get staggered, but if you're just using a regular straight sword like this one, they doesn't do shit. They just power right through it. It's so weird. I don't understand it, and it's so fucking infuriating. Because you get surrounded by 3 dogs, and then just absolutely ass blasted by a couple dogs, and then it's over. It's like, what the fuck, man? They're just dogs. Oh, fuck, that was close. Like, what the dog doing to be able to be that tanky? This Winged Knight is scary because he is about to do his favorite move, the windmill. Do it. Do it. Do the silly thing. Do it. There it is. There it is. That was a short version, but he still did it. Fuck off. I upgraded this sword too. Why is it doing such shit damage? I guess I need to upgrade my my dex a bit. God, the game is fucking actually, I know exactly why it's chugging. Because the Pots of Man is active. I didn't kill it. He's coming back down, isn't he? Yep. Hey, buddy. Oh, God. Ow. Hey, I tanked it. And that, kids, is why you get armor. I'm out of here, back to the bonfire. See ya. Ooh, item. Don't mind if I do. Okay, so this won't look familiar to you at all, but we are right next to the original bonfire. This is where I said there's a Pot of Man over there, but we're not going to bother him. Because here's the bonfire. This is just a shortcut to Vort. It's not entirely necessary because you can just sort of walk to him from the other bonfire, but it's easy getting this. And I am quickly going to go do a thing. Welcome to the explosive hallway. You're about to find out what that means right now. Because this guy throws fire bombs. And let me show you what that would have done. That pretty much takes up the entire hallway. If you're standing anywhere near that, you're dead. Because explosive barrels do a shit ton of damage. The Mail Breaker, I believe that does pretty good pierce damage, as well as decent parrying dagger. But this is who I came here for, because I got the cell key from that other place. Hey, bud. No, yeah, I don't really care. So he is a side quest NPC. So he gives you the blue tear stone to give to his wife, who is in the undead village, which we will be in the next area. It is technically an optional area. It's just supposed to be a through to the undead settlement. Well, no, it's called the undead settlement. It's a through to the woods. You don't have to do anything there, but there is an optional boss that I will take on because it is. If you want any sort of good progression in this game, that boss is not optional. It also has the worst soundtrack in the entire fucking game. You'll hear it when we get to it in the next episode, but it just sounds like someone laid down on the keyboard and said, yeah, it's good enough. Sorry, on the organ. Something you'll probably notice through this playthrough is that I don't use a shield. I never use a fucking shield. No, because I just don't like them, or I don't know how to use them, or just forget to use them. I just don't like shields. It came from playing Elden Ring, where I was dual wielding every fucking weapon. I kind of just sort of unlearned how to use shields and just stopped using them altogether. I think also Millennia kind of helped that a bit too. So now I don't really, oh my god, I'm tanking too many hits. So now I don't really know how to use a shield correctly in combat. Oh shit. I shouldn't have done that. That was a mistake. Well, time for jolly cooperation, which we are not going to find in this spot, but I just don't want to die. So yeah, when you get an ember, they fully heal you and increase your max health. Oh, hello. I see you have some words for me. What would you like to say, kind sir? Why is the game lagging? Oh, it's because the summon sign keeps appearing and disappearing. Come at me. I dare you, bitch. That was the wrong one. Oh shit. You know what? I think I should just go back to the bonfire at this point. Oh, what? That's supposed to break your guard. Oh, fuck. Get out of here, dude. Yeah, I definitely gotta go back to the bonfire. This is fucking embarrassing. Do I have a homeward bone? I do. Yeah, well, let's fix this. This was a mistake. I accidentally aggroed the Lothric Knight when I was going up to do another thing, and then that was a mistake. Let's try that again, shall we? So my guess as to the reason why it was lagging is because of this thing right here, which is a summon sign. The other one is for the Swordmaster, the guy that we made fall off the edge. And basically, because I kept stepping in and out of the boss arena, it kept spawning and despawning. Oh, I gotta be careful because Lion Knight Abbot will start fucking up these guys. Lion Knight Abbot's pretty cool. He wears one of my favorite armors in the game, the Faram armor, which is the armor of the God of War, which is kind of funny. Yeah, there he is. Lion Knight Abbot. He uses the, I think the Dragon Crest shield and the Great Axe, and it's honestly a pretty good build. Yeah, the Dragon Crest shield and the Great Axe with the Faram armor. It's such a sick. I love the Faram armor. It looks so good. Yeah, Swordmaster. So that's the guy we killed. We tricked him to death. And this is the boss. All of you know this boss, all of you know who this is, all of you know what's coming, and it's still one of the more fun early game bosses. There is another boss I could activate, and I might just for the funny at the end of the episode, but not right now. We're gonna kill this bitch. Vort of the Boreal Valley. He basically just teleported here from Itheril. No, I'm not going to explain what that means. You'll have to learn in your own time or do your own research. Play the fucking game. Yeah, you can hear the music. Let me turn it up if I can. What the fuck is audio? Oh, there's music. I'm about to die because I've been fucking around with music. Yeah, the key to fighting this dude is you just stick at his ass. That's literally it. You just attack his butt. He can't do anything. He is an unprotected gooch. So this is how you give people STDs. Wear a condom. Kids, protection is cool. Ah, shit. I'm not talking about the armor he's wearing. I'm talking about other things. Never mind. He's almost at phase 2. Never mind, he is at phase 2. Time to rack up some damage. Yeah, so I believe Vort is essentially a guard dog. There it is. Everyone knows that part of the song. Like, if you don't know that part of the song from all the Souls memes, you're fucking lying. How do I know you're lying? Because who doesn't— oops, I died. Because who doesn't know those songs, those memes? They're so good. I love the Soul memes where it's just the, like, Dark Souls UI with the Vort music. Because I'm gonna turn up the music a bit so that you guys can hear it. Because it is kind of quiet. I believe in jolly cooperation. So come with me, friends. Into the heart of death. Yeah, now you can hear the music a lot better. I turned up all the audio and did a little bit of mixing so that things are a little bit nicer to hear. So I turned up the character voices just a little bit higher so you can actually hear them fucking speak, because they're so quiet in this, and pretty much every Souls game. And I turned up the music just a little bit. Let me tell you, it makes a hell of a difference. Also doesn't help that most music is only in the bosses. It's like the bosses in one or two key areas. Souls games have always been really good for their music. And that's the phase 2 transition. Okay, I gotta move. See, what I really need is I need to get a Undead Bone Shard to level up my Estus so that it heals me even more. And he is done. Easy. I say as I died once. Cool. And that's that. And the gate opens. But we can't go anywhere yet because we have someone else to visit. So in order to get to the next area, which is the undead settlement, we have to go speak with someone. Someone who I do not like. Someone who leads to a boss that's pretty fucking sick, actually. We might fight her just to end off the video because it's kind of funny. You know what, I'm gonna make it a thing for this series. Oh shit. You'll see what I mean in a second, but every episode is gonna end with one boss fight. I don't mean a main boss fight. Yeah, so you're supposed to talk to her and she gives you an item, not only to progress, but a covenant item and a boss item. So the small Lothric banner you need to get to the undead settlement. Liar ahead, yeah. So fun fact, she was just a phantom. She was never actually there. Because she was merely guarding the way for someone else. Also, I realized I have 4,000 souls. That's not to worry about. I'll just grab them in my own time and take them out with our Homeward Bone. Because now we deal with the Dancer of the Boreal Valley. So this is a mid-game boss that is supposed to be the transition to end game. So we are way outmatched. Like, we should not be doing this now at all, but it can be done, and I have done it. I'm not going to do it because it took me like 20 plus tries, but it's still fun to do. It's a fun challenge. The way to do it is you just, especially, that was a weird sound I just made with my mouth. So with the early game, the way to do her is you just do 1 or 2 hits at any given time. You can do more if you have time and want to risk it, but 1 to 2 is typically the best road to sit in. How do I know this? I've died to this boss so many times trying to do it early. Especially because at my level, most of her attacks will kill me. Did I just stagger her? Cool, I guess. I'm gonna drink just in case. Theoretically speaking, you can summon Lion Knight Albert and Swordmaster. There we go, I died. You can summon Lion Knight Albert and Swordmaster to help you with the boss, but there's no point in doing that. Actually, I think Lion Knight Albert disappears when you kill the woman. But yeah, every episode's gonna end with me trying to answer at least once because it's kind of funny. Anyway, that's gonna be the end of this episode of Dark Souls 3. I hope you guys are excited for this one. I very much am. We got 2 bosses done this episode, and we have so many more to go. As we can see out here, we can kind of get a handle on the entire area as the camera zooms out. So over there, you have the Undead Settlement, which is where we're going. Down there, you have Farron Keep with the 3 flames. Over there is the... what's it called? That's the Cathedral of the Deep. And then over there, I don't remember what that one is, but it is something. I'm struggling to think. Oh yeah, right there is the Tomb of Carthus. And then off over there, where my head is, you can see the Mountaintop of the Dragons, or whatever the fuck it's called. And then, I don't know if you can see it here. No, you can't see it here, but off in the distance somewhere, like way, way, way off in the mountains is Irithyll, and thus Anor Londo. Yeah, you can kind of see all the locations you're going to next. So we're going there, and then we loop all the way around to get to here. Well, technically you go to there first, and then you go to here, and then or you could go over there as well, and then you go in there to progress over to there. So yeah, it's pretty sick. Anyway, I'm gonna end this episode of Dark Souls 3 here. I really love this game. I hope you guys enjoyed watching it. I want to try and keep it a little bit faster, a little bit quicker, a little bit sillier than my normal videos because I think this game kind of deserves it at this point. Instead of taking it so seriously, I want to just be a little silly with it. So let me know what you guys think. Have you guys played this before? I'd love to hear your thoughts and opinions in the comments. If you're new to the channel, consider subscribing. We upload daily around here. Or you can join the Discord, come join the fun and conversation, and have a bit of a say what we do around here. You can also get alerted for things like changes around the channel, as well as when we go live over on Twitch, so that's another reason to go check that out. We do also have a Patreon. You can join for as little as $1 a month and gain access to everything. $5 a month and your feel goodies, and your name featured at the end of every episode. So with that being said, thank you very much to Broccoli and Kitty B. I greatly appreciate the support. As I said, we do also stream over on Twitch, so you can go check that out at twitch.tv/thesilicon. You find links to everything in the description. Any support, even if it's just checking out the links, I greatly appreciate. That's going to be all for me. I thank you guys very much for your patronage.